Hey gang, this is Andy over at Facebook Live TV show. Oop. Let me turn off my mic. And I'm actually going to go back to my screen here, or go back to my window. Sorry about that. There we go, back on the window. All right, so yeah, I did a recording just a minute ago, and it's so nice to be able to delete even a live video because one of the tools that I'm using right now didn't work properly, and so I'm here to do it again. And that's kind of what I'm here to talk about. It's about the engagement and what happens with the engagement and what it is you need to know about negative comments. So this video is going to talk about what you need to know as a person that's going to put together a Facebook Live TV show, and what to look for in the stats after a period of time when people have time to watch the replay and engage and share and do that kind of stuff. There's some things that you need to know, things you need to look at to alter your program, to change your program if necessary, to change some of the stats. And the first thing is that I want to talk about is the first 10 seconds. There's a stat that's in the engagement when you first click on it that says first 10 seconds. That means how many people clicked off in the first 10 seconds. Very important, right? You want people to continue to watch all the way to the end. You want people to engage. You want people to hit the like button and the heart button and the sad button when you tell a sad story. You want engagement, and you want this because maybe you're going to sell this live TV show, even though it's on Facebook, to sponsors, to wear a shirt that has some product on it that is relative to what it is you're speaking about, or maybe they can even have a poster in the background or something like that. So you want that engagement so you can show people, hey, people love my show, and not only that, they watch the entire thing. And they engage, they like, they do stuff, and you see the people want to see that. They don't want people to look at something and click off, because you can have like 5,000. If you say you're going to have a bunch of kittens on your show that do tricks, right? If people don't see that, you could have maybe 1 million people turn into, wow, this is going to be great. I'm watching 10 kittens do tricks, and this is going to be great. And then you have nothing, right? And they click off. You can go to somebody and say, look, I had 10 million people watching, but when they look, they see that people clicked off in the first 10 seconds and didn't watch because whatever you said you were going to do, you didn't do. All right, so the first 10 seconds is huge, and that stat is really important to really try to manage and try to keep people engaged as long as possible. And so the engagement aspect, the ability to keep people on will show in that way, but there's another way that you need to know. So I'm going to go to my screen here, and let me see if it works this time. There we go. It actually did. This is the stats from, and this is just one of the areas that you see stats, right? And so, but it has the space, it has a place where I want your eyes to go to, which is down at the bottom, negative feedback. But before we do that, what I want you to look at is this is the very first live TV show that I did, that I said I was going to do, Falco Canine Dog News Live, and started this idea of starting this TV show. And you can see on that very first one, there were 1,171 people that were reached. 125 people actually watched the video, and most of that is replays. The people that actually watched it live were maybe 2. Right, so remember when we go into the membership portal, there's a video that talks about that how you start a show is really important, and all that, and in the idea not that people are watching necessarily live, but you want to engage in people that are watching the recording, because you're going to have more of them than you are probably the people that are going to be watching live, at least in the beginning. All right, 43 reactions. So out of the 125 people that watched, I had 43 people engage, do something. They reacted, they commented, or shared. That is really, really cool for that very first one. Let's see, 20 comments. Yeah, the other stats are good, but now I just want to get down to what this video is all about in particular, and that is that negative feedback. This is really important to understand. And so the hide post is where somebody has watched your video, and now they don't want it to show up in their newsfeed, on their personal newsfeed, or their wherever it is they watched it, whether it's on one of their fan pages or their newsfeed. They don't want it there because they don't want people that are friends with them to see it. Now, that's not necessarily a horrible thing. It can be, right? They watch it and go, this guy sucks, I'm never going to watch it again. Or it's a competitor. And that's what I think, especially in the dog world, where a lot of those clicks on the hide post will take place is because a lot of dog trainers are watching what other dog trainers are doing, but they don't want their audience or their clients to know that they're watching another dog trainer and what he's doing. And let's say that dog trainer decides to do exactly what it is that I'm doing and copy it. Well, they don't want people to see that he's doing exactly what it is that I'm doing and copying it, right? And so they're going to hide that post from their news feed so that their audience does not see somebody just like him doing whatever it is, or her. And so that one's not bad. I don't think it's horrible. I think that there's a reason why you get hide post. I think a lot of it, especially when you're in business and entrepreneur, like if you're a life coach or a business coach, the coach who's watching it and maybe stealing your ideas doesn't want your stuff to show up on his life feed. It makes sense, right? And so it's not going to be there. It's when you start getting into these other three that you got to really start thinking what it is that I'm doing that's causing people to hide all my posts, which means they don't want to hear anything from me. They watched it for a reason, right? So if they watched it for a reason, that means now let's stay on the dog thing, that they either have a dog or want a dog, and then as they watched it, they go, you know what, this has nothing to do, I don't like his point of view or what he said about, dog shelters or whatever, and so I'm just not going to watch it anymore. And again, that's another dog thing, that if I don't say something positive about a dog, or if I say something negative about a dog, then I don't want anything to do with you because you said something negative about a dog. And so they'll hide all your posts from there on. Again, not horrible. If you see it, it's going to happen, especially when your numbers get higher. You're going to see people that just really don't care for you, the color shirt you wear, like I said, one of the opinions that you had. But if you see a lot of those, if your hide all post equals your hide post, then you really got to consider, I got to look at what it is I'm doing. And change it, and maybe ask some friends, hey, watch my video, tell me what it is that if you were me that you would change, or what is it that you don't like, or what turned you off right away. Being controversial is not one of those things. I'm telling you, look at the elections that we're at right now with Donald Trump. It's not necessarily going to stop people from watching you and hiding all of your posts. As a matter of fact, it may cause more people to watch your posts because you are opinionated and that kind of thing. So it's not always that. It's just maybe you didn't appeal, or there's something that you're doing that's really just turning people off. That's for some other reason. You don't want any of the two at the bottom. Just stay away from those. You start seeing those, then really, really look at what it is you're doing, and maybe get professional help and see if you can get somebody to coach you through it and to change some of these things you're doing. And contact us here at Facebook Live TV Show, and maybe there's something that we can do to help you out. All right, so you don't want any reported spam. That's really bad if people think that you are spamming them and then completely unlike your page. In other words, they were engaged with you, they kind of like your page, but now that you've gone live, they really hate your guts, and they don't even want to be involved with you, and don't even want their stat of them liking your page even to be there, and that is very, very negative. The first two, the first one isn't that bad. The second one, again, you just want to avoid that one also. All right, so this is the very first one. So I'm going to leave you on this note. On the very first one, I had 1,171, and so I want you to be encouraged by doing these live shows, and I'm going to help you be encouraged because this is the first one. Last Saturday was my fourth in a row, and each weekend that I did these shows on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock, my stats got higher. So on the fourth, so I jumped from 1,171 reached and 125 views to 10,501 reached to 2,784 views. I don't know if I can put these side by side. Let's see if I can do that. So that is a pretty significant jump right there, right? 1,000 to 10,500 in 4 weeks. Pretty significant, I think. I think it's pretty good. And then the views completely jumped, right? So I have way more views and a lot more reactions, 215 reactions. If you look down there on the shares, on the very first one I did, I had no shares. And this one that I did, the fourth one, I had 25 shares, and I wasn't sharing them to all my friends. That's 25 shares of other people sharing my content of this live TV show and the replay. And then you look down here, I had 16 people hide the post. So you see in the first one, 2 people, and in the one where I had a lot more reach, you're going to have 16 hide posts. So I want you to feel comfortable and okay with the hide post. If I'm having all the other things look very positive, you're just going to have those people that's just, again, probably more dog trainers are engaging and watching what as I'm doing, more people in the marketing of pet products. Again, don't want that to be on their stream. And so newsfeed, that's what it's called. Don't want them on a newsfeed. And so that's okay. Again, I think that's what most of that is. And because I only had one person hide all my posts, only one person. And that was the exact same on when I had a very small audience, or my very first audience. I had one hide post there, and I had one hide post on the one where I had more engagement. All right, so Just keep that in mind. First 10 seconds, critical. Make sure you're going to be telling people what it is they're going to be watching throughout the video. Make sure you're going to give something away at the end, maybe some secret, maybe a gift, maybe advice on how to keep your dog alive longer. Whatever it is, you're going to keep plugging that, going through the thing. Now stay tuned. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you about this great thing I have to offer, and you're going to keep doing that to keep people engaged, get them past that first 10 seconds, and then you want to make sure and look at the negatives after a period of time to see what it is that you need to change and what it is that you're doing to keep people from wanting to hide your post, and especially you don't want to see people reporting you as spam or unliking your page. All right? Hope that's helpful. Make sure and tell your friends. If you have anybody that's an entrepreneur, anybody that's in the social media marketing that wants to learn more about doing a live TV show, have them come to my page, please. And if you haven't liked my page, I really would appreciate that you did. And invite your friends to like the page. I really could use the help in order to bring that up. And then stay tuned for the membership site, which is going to be up very soon. I'm here in the condo in Las Vegas, away from everything, distractions, so I can get that product done and get it out to you guys, because I have a lot of people that are saying, hey, I want to learn how to do my own TV show, and you keep telling us it's going to be up, and you're going to have it up, and you're going to have it up. I'm going to have it up. I'm putting it together. I just want to make sure that I have the information in there that's going to make you successful. All right. I hope that was helpful. I will see you at the next video. Take care. And still signing off. And almost there. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.